Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm doing a B6 rewind plan with me today, and as has been the usual lately, we are using a hodgepodge of stickers. Um, Most of them are these leftover stickers from, is it Sweet Hawaii Designs? It's like one of the sticker books from Michael's from years ago. Uh, and I just had a bunch of leftovers. So I took those and then I chose some other single sheets, a sheet of leftover glitter headers and some Printpressions uh, sheets, and then a couple Happy Planner sheets that I felt would work with it, and that's what I used. And then I also pulled a bunch of Scribble Prints Co. Um, foil in Holo, just like all different kinds of Holo. I wasn't looking for like a specific texture. I just keep all the Holo together regardless of the texture. I don't mind mixing them, and I don't really have enough of each to to keep them separated anyway. Also here I miscalculated um the distance between the days, which actually surprisingly that's the first time I've done that, and at least the first time I've done it and not caught it, because I didn't catch it till the very end. It's not like a huge deal. It doesn't, like, when you're looking at the spread as a whole, it's not super noticeable unless you know it's there. Um, but I know it's there. Doesn't really bother me too much though. It's not a huge deal. It just means that the last row on that page is closer to the edge than it should be. It's not on the edge though, so it's not a huge deal. I am doing a double spread, so I'm doing, sorry, did I say row? I meant column. I'm doing 2 columns per day except for Saturday and Sunday. Those each only get 1. That's how my double spreads in this planner work. And I do that on weeks where I have more to document, so I need more space. And then that's just the configuration that works out to give me more space. I wouldn't say I'm almost done with this planner. I am getting down to the last little bit of it. I think I have 20 more spreads to do, which is a lot, and it's probably still going to take me a while to get them done, but this puppy is real chunky, real beautiful to, like, it's so just satisfying to flip through all these spreads. I don't know what it is about doing these like really formal spreads in and I call them formal because to me they are, like, they're very structured spreads. I'm purposefully, you know, choosing stickers that will color coordinate and go well together. So to me, this is a formal spread. Uh, but it's so satisfying to like just flip through a book that is just 100% spreads. There's no uh, breaks between the months. It's just all like flows together. And while looking back at it, it may not be the easiest to tell like what the dates are. It's just very satisfying to flip through it. So I have these bow overlay, like bottom washi things, and I'm putting them on the bottom washi with the dots because it just makes more sense to me than putting it over the one that already has bows on it. But I don't have, usually when I do this, I have the full sheet of the bottom washi overlays. So I'll do the bows on top of the solid dots, and I'll do the dot overlays on top of the solid bows, and that really works out. But I don't have the dot version, which is not a big deal. Like, that doesn't really bother me. But I cannot do what I normally do this time with that. These Holo flags I am using to mark my coffee. Also, I'm sorry the camera gets a little shaky right here. I really don't, there's nothing I can do about that. The editing software that I use, I have no way to stabilize the video without it like zooming in to the teeniest, tiniest little point. I don't know why it does that. It's so frustrating, but it won't stabilize the video like as a whole. It'll be like stabilizing and then it'll be like processing that for 2 hours, and then I'm left with a video that like is just like the only thing you can see is my thumb. It just doesn't work. So I can't do anything about that. And then as far as actually like physically stabilizing the camera while I'm filming, I have no idea why it shakes. I have it connected to a completely different desk than the one that I use. The desks don't touch. And I've tested it when I like walk around on the floor. It's not me like scooting my chair or something, or maybe the desk shaking the floor, because when I walk on the floor right next to it, the camera doesn't shake. So I don't know what's happening. I literally cannot figure it out. Nothing on my desk touches the desk that the camera is mounted to. So I'm at a loss. I'm baffled. I really don't I don't understand, and I don't know how to fix it. And my desk faces a wall, so I can't mount like a wall mounted camera arm, which I used to have. That's actually what I started my channel with. No, what I started my channel with technically was not that. That's the second mounting system that I had, which was far better than the first one. But uh, that was a long, long, long time ago. And unfortunately, since then, for probably the past 5 or 6 years, my desk has faced a window, and there's been no place for me to mount the camera without it shaking just a little bit at least. I don't, if anybody has any suggestions on how I can fix that, that'd be great. I'm all ears because I don't know. I don't know what I can do. I have this like mounting arm thing, and it's honestly, it's not the greatest, but it's not bad either. Like, it wasn't cheap. I just don't know what to do. Anyway, uh, I grabbed these old like coffee icon stickers that I have in one of my reusable sticker books. I need to refill that, but honestly, I don't use it very often anymore. So yeah, mostly the page on in there that I refill the most is the coffee icons. Um, because most of the spreads that I've been using icons in are these B6 Rewind planners, and I have been trying to use as many of the foil icons as I can because I have them and they're already pulled because I pull all of the foil color that I'm going to be using with the spread that I'm doing. So it's just a little bit easier to kind of sift through those and use them. And then also I just really want to use them up. For my full boxes in this spread, there are these like large full-size label boxes and these heart checklists that I don't really use. So I'm utilizing those as my full boxes, and I went through a lot of full boxes in this spread. I probably could have done a single spread with the amount of things that I had to write in my spread. However, the stickers that I had to work with, most of them were larger, like these like big square ones. This was the majority of the label stickers that I had to work with. So I did a larger spread to accommodate for that. I hope that makes sense. Also, it meant that I got to use up a lot more stickers, and I didn't mind because I had the full boxes to work with. Sometimes if I do a double spread and I don't have enough to write, it's a little bit of a struggle because oftentimes I also won't have enough full boxes, but when I do, I prefer to do a double spread. It gets me through more stickers and it allows me to be a little bit more creative. So I do like that. Let's see, I did some planning. My son had a GI appointment this day. Did dishes. I got my chirp rollers in this day. I'm assuming that's what happened because all I wrote, I'm rewind planning for probably 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. Um, so all I have to go off of is what I wrote. Uh, so I'm assuming that this was the day that I got my chirp rollers because all I wrote was chirp rollers. So I don't think that I don't think that meant that I used them because I don't really think I documented when I used them. I think this just means that this is when like the order came in. So that's what I assumed and that's what I wrote. I put down this 3 heart like checklist banner thing, but then I realized I have a solid 3 heart checklist, so that works out better for me. And then I feel like quite a while trying to figure out what I was going to put in this space. I knew I wanted some type of label to put that I was going to go planner shopping. And then the 3 heart checklist I was going to use to write the 3 different stores that I went to. I ended up using this label and overlapping it so it kind of looked like a full box. And then I have a script sticker, a Holo script sticker that says buy more stickers. I'm sure if I went planner shopping, I bought stickers, so I just put that there. And then based on the stores that I went to, it's not difficult for me to figure out that I went planner shopping. So that's what I did. I feel like I need a way to organize my script stickers that I have. I don't have a lot. The ones that I do have are in my foil organization, and they they're just with whatever foil color they are. So I don't really know what I have because I don't store them separately from the rest of my foil stuff. They're just in there. So whenever I grab a specific color, if there's scripts in there, I grab those too. And if I can, I use them. But I feel like I need to store them separately. I feel like I'll get more use out of that. Also, I don't know what's happening here. I don't know why it's shaking so bad all of a sudden. Hopefully it stops though. I think it does. But I apologize for that. I know it's annoying. It's super annoying to me. But yeah, I just don't really know how to fix it. And I feel like there's probably a lot of people who just stopped watching my videos because of this. But yeah, see, it's a little bit better now. I just don't know what to do. But like now it's getting worse. You see how my arms are like on the table? I'm sure when I'm doing that, I'm moving the table, but I don't understand how moving the table moves the camera when they're on different tables and they're not touching. I don't get it. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking about that because that's probably even more annoying than the shaking. Moving on to Thursday. Oh no, I'm just putting the weekend script down. I think that's all I'm doing. I don't think I've done Wednesday yet. Yep, I haven't even finished Tuesday. Getting ahead of myself. I put down that blue foil label is for watching Forged in Fire, which I haven't watched in a long time. But I feel like we stopped watching it because they made some like really weird decisions. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's not why. Maybe I'm thinking of a different show. Anyway, I also put down a label for watching YouTube, and then I put one of the extra glitter headers in there as a spacer. And then this is going to be used as another full box. And I have a bunch of Holo script stickers, so it actually worked out perfectly for this because the script fills up a bunch of space of these like blank large labels and heart checklists. So it ends up actually looking like proper full boxes for the most part. Let's see. And then I put down a label for makeup and uploading. I know the Holo icons are a little hard to see, especially these like sparkly Holo ones with the lighting, but I'll try to tell you what they are. That one I put down for taking a bath. I think when I was doing this, I had originally put that heart one down for that, and then I put this other one for makeup, and then I accidentally put the bath time script sticker on the one with the girl with the hair wrap, and then I realized that that made more sense anyway, so it worked out. I have this like flag thing that I'm using for groceries. Because really for groceries, all I need is a grocery icon and I know what that's for. I did end up finding a grocery run script that I put on there eventually, but if I hadn't, I would have been fine. The purple label is for planning. And then I'm going to use another one of these large square stickers. For my son having like a bowel clean out that he had to do. And yes, I know I used a container of French fries for that, but I could have used like a stethoscope for like a doctory thing, but I feel like using a food icon, since I have food icons, made more sense. And I did think it was kind of funny to use French fries on him having to clean out. I don't know. It works for me. um, what am I doing? Oh yeah, this is the bath time sticker, and this is me realizing I put it on the wrong one, and I tried to take it up, but it was ripping, and so I just like, whatever, I'm just gonna go with it. And then afterwards, I realized that I put a bath time sticker, but I actually had another bath sticker that made more sense. It was more like adult sounding. Bath time is fine. Like doesn't bother me. But compared to the other one that I found, it made it sound like children's bath time. I don't even remember what the other one said exactly, but it's fine. I can't change it now. I mean, I have undo. I guess I could use that, but I really only use undo for emergencies because I don't like using it. It's really a hassle. It's kind of annoying. So I only use it when I absolutely have to. And this was not one of those situations. So I put one of those other squares up there for my son's first COVID shot, and I put a little like stethoscopy icon. And then I put a label for day 2 of the clean out, and I used a little like milkshake sticker, which is kind of more appropriate than the fries, but it's fine. The fries are fine. I just put a little what is that? That purple thing is like a little header thing that I just put in as a filler, and then this little label I put in for journaling, and I put a bow icon. I really liked using these like large square ones. They really came in handy, and I like how they look. I put in that my son got sick this day. He threw up from the the medicine that he had to drink to clear him out. Made him feel like really sick, and it understandable because it was like a Miralax thing, but like Miralax to the max. Like it was like super duper concentrated or like a high amount of Miralax or something like that to just flush him out, and it made him sick. And honestly, that's totally understandable because anytime I've drank, every time I've drinking is not a word. Anytime I've drank Miralax, it's tasted like bleach. Like it's disgusting. It's not. It's supposed to be apparently like flavorless. I think it says it's flavorless. It's not. It tastes like bleach to me. It's nasty. So totally understandable. This yellow label is for planning, and the blue one I put underneath is for watching YouTube. Like I said, the actual amount of things that I had to write in for these days, not much, but I like how the spread turned out. It's very cute. Okay, moving on to Thursday. And then I have these hydrate stickers, and they're the last ones on the sheet, so I decided I was just gonna put them in my sticker book and get them out of the way. I also had a couple on this other sheet too, so take care of those. And then I'm gonna go right in with a full box. I think this might be the only like actual proper full box that I have. Yeah, that's pretty funny. That's not a label or a checklist. And then another box sticker for putting away Christmas decorations. Earlier in the week, I had put away specifically the ones in my bedroom, but I was putting away the rest of the house, I guess. I have this label. These labels honestly are not my favorite to use because I don't like how blank they are, but I'm still gonna get use out of them. And I put a little trash can, and that's for taking out the tree. I mean, because it's really the only one that I had handy that made any sense, because the tree goes to the curb, to the trash. So, the yellow label is for watching Forged in Fire again, and then I used another extra glitter header as a spacer. And I honestly, I'm having to get creative with the icons that I use sometimes because I'm trying to just like only pick from the ones that I have here in the foil icons because I have so many, first of all, and like I'm trying to streamline this process as much as possible, and having to stop and look for other icons, even if I were to do it ahead of time, is time consuming, and I'm trying to get these done real quick. The top label is for dishes, and then this square one is for starting to pack my bedroom, and I'm assuming that this must have been December of 2021 because we moved in 2022. No. Yes. So we've been in this house for a year and a half, and we were in the apartment for a year before that. So 2023 we moved into this house. 2022. Okay, yeah. So June 2022 we moved to Florida. So this must have been December 2023. No, 2021. Oh my gosh, I can't. December 2021. Because I'm sure we knew that we were moving by then. So I was packing things up. I don't know. There's no other reason why I would have started packing the bedroom. So yeah. So at least I know the date for that. I might need to like write in the margin or something the month so that I don't forget. I'm actually gonna do that right now so that I don't forget, because I absolutely will. Let's see. Write December right there, and then here we're gonna write January. Okay, there we go. It's hard to keep track of the like what months we're in when I'm doing these, because the thing that I wrote down all of the stuff to do these spreads, I didn't always write what month it was. I wrote the dates, like the numbers of the days, but not always what months we were in. But luckily, the fact that I was packing and this is the week of New Year's, that made it easy for me to figure it out. So, this green square is for my son staying up on New Year's Eve for the first time to usher in the new year. This one is for, I just put lots of drinks. I don't even really know what that means. Like, I'm sure my husband and I were drinking to celebrate New Year's, but I don't know what lots of drinks means, because maybe I had like 3 drinks and I considered that a lot. I don't know. Um, the yellow label is for lemongrass shrimp soup. It is so good. I need to make some more, but it's really hard to find lemongrass here, which is really frustrating. In New York, we had this really great Asian market, and you could find really fresh lemongrass there. Like if you tried to get you could get lemongrass at like Walmart and stuff, but A, not preferable, and B, it was like little, it would be in those like little plastic containers in the vegetable section where they have like the fresh herbs, and you don't get much. So, and it was expensive. So not worth it. But the problem is I can't find lemongrass here. And also the mushrooms that I need, I have to buy online on Amazon, and they're expensive. So, also, if you guys can hear scratching, I apologize. That is my rabbits. They're being annoying right now. And they're also chewing on things they're not supposed to. Okay, I had to pause for a second. I took care of them. I thought they were chewing on a door. Luckily, they were just chewing on a box. Sometimes it's hard to tell. Sometimes it sounds like they're chewing on like hardwood when they're chewing on cardboard. I don't know why. Usually it sounds different, but sometimes it doesn't, so it's weird. I played a coloring game on my Switch, and I honestly don't remember what game that is. I'm gonna have to look at my Switch games because I don't remember. I don't. Yeah, I don't. Oh, wait. No, I think I know what that is. I think I remember now. Do I? I think so. I'm gonna have to play that game again because it's been a long time. I haven't played my Switch like much at all recently. I played it a lot when what was it? That one like, oh, what is it called? Pokemon something. It was some Pokemon game that was kind of like kind of like League of Legends, but Pokemon. I used it a lot when that game first came out. I played so much. I haven't played it in probably at least a year, which is really sad because I love that game. Is it? I'm sure it's still a thing, right? I don't know. I just feel like the last year has been just a constant, like, ugh. I feel like I have been on a cross country struggle bus for the last year. It's been crazy. Anyway, I put a ramen icon because I did indeed eat ramen this day. So good. And then guess what? I ate more ramen. Yes, I did. I don't actually know what kind of ramen this was. I don't know if I made it or if it was just like this square ramen or if it was spicy. I don't know. I didn't write it. I didn't write it. So I don't know. If I had it twice, I'm assuming it was probably one that I made. But you never know. I sure don't. Anywho, did some dishes. Watched the campaign, or probably finished watching it because I wrote it on Saturday and Sunday, so I probably started it on Saturday and then finished it on Sunday. I made another another mistake with my labeling on Sunday, and that's, this one did not make sense though. The other one ended up being like good because it made more sense to do it that way. This one I messed up. So that label I just put down was for watching Dragon Ball Z. And then the one that I end up putting under it was for the campaign. The icon I used for the campaign was an airplane. It was like a flying icon. That doesn't really make sense for Dragon Ball Z. I mean, I could make the argument that it does because they fly in that show, but it really doesn't make that much sense. Doesn't make that much sense. The bottom one is for playing Let's Go Pikachu, and then I did some laundry on this day, and that was my week. But I am going to go through and do all the fun foil stuff in a minute. So I put a little hand for dishes. Again, having to get creative here. And then I grabbed that little like long flag thing as a spacer. And then I have these hearts. I just kind of want to use up as much as I can. So put these little hearts down, and then I put this flag right there. And then I have these last little washi strips, which I put down on some of the full boxes. And then I've got these header overlays that I put on the main headers. I actually really love those like chunky star overlays. I think they look really cool. So I use those up on the headers. And then I have some full boxes that are these scattered star ones. And so I just kind of pick random boxes and spread them out evenly. And then these half headers, I put them in the margins to create like definition between the columns. And I've been doing that for a long time, and I really like how it looks. The rest of the ones that I do are going to end up being headers that I cut in half, and they're a different pattern, but it's really not like a big deal. It doesn't really make a big difference. But yeah, I'm just using what I have. So I have all of these script overlays, and I'm literally not paying attention to what they say. I'm just trying to use them up. to me, it doesn't really matter what they say. I just like the look and vibe of them. And then the ones where I put the star, like scattered star overlays, I'm also putting a quote. And doubling up. I think this is the only time where I was actually like looking at what they say. Mostly I was looking at the like configuration of the quote more than what the quote actually said. And now I'm gonna fill everything in. Not really sure why I filled everything in before I did the rest of the like column borders, but I did. Oh, in like the downtown area of where we lived in New York, there was this Mexican restaurant. It was called Guadalajara. It was so good. Oh my god, it was so good. But unfortunately, after we moved, it was either right before we moved or right after we moved. They sold it or they changed owners or something, and it just was never the same. If it was after we moved, then we were told by a friend that still lived there and still went there that it was never the same. I feel like it was before we moved though. I don't know. Also, I smeared one of them. Luckily that's the only one that I smeared, but I did, and it sucks. I really like this pen for most surfaces, but it is like a liquid ink, so you have to be careful when the surface is like slippery at all. If the surface isn't just like plain paper where it's super absorbent, you have to give it a little bit or else it smears really bad. But I actually really like this pen. I don't know if I have any more of them, but I got it at the Dollar Tree, I'm pretty sure. It's Ink brand, like the INC. I think that's the brand. And it's the R2 Rollerball. And it is like a liquid ink rollerball. And I actually really love it. It does like ghost and bleed pretty badly. Sometimes, depending on the paper. Like regular paper, it ghosts really bad, but I don't really care that much. It is a nice writing experience most of the time. I feel like my favorite, I find a lot of favorite pens at the Dollar Tree actually, which is convenient. I need to check if I have more of these, because if not, I might like put it on my list to try to pick some up from the Dollar Tree next time I go. Although, to be like, I do not need more pens. I really don't. I don't need more pens. I really just need to try to get through the ones I have, so maybe I shouldn't do that. The only thing is, like, I'm always afraid, especially if I get something from the Dollar Tree, that if I like it, I'll never be able to find it again. And I do think that this is the only one I have of this. I think it may have been in, oh, maybe it was in a 2-pack. I don't know. I'll have to check later. I'm not going to check right now. But it's fine. It's fine. I really love these, whatchamacallem, metallic blue labels. I feel like they really add something. They really add something cool to the situation at hand. I was trying to figure out what I meant to put there. Dishes. And then cleaning my bedroom. which apparently I don't write that first. I don't know why I'm doing that. A shrimp cocktail. Love me some shrimp cocktail. That label's for watching Eden Zero. I'm sure that's an anime. I don't remember anything about it. I might if I like saw a picture of the characters or something, but I don't remember anything about it. We probably only watched it once, so I don't know. I'm sorry. Okay, laundry. Let's go Pikachu, and then I'm gonna have to write Dragon Ball Z there. I did end up putting a little arrow on the end. There you go. When I realized I wrote the campaign in the wrong spot. Um, I did. I guess I didn't have to do that, but I did. Probably shouldn't have, but I did. And then these bows that were on the page with the flags, I am going to just scatter them around to use them up. I'm just putting them in like the labels where there's spaces and stuff, just to fill it up a little bit, add some more sparkle, and use stuff up. And my last one. And this is where I start cutting these headers in half, or the header overlays in half, to use on the little center things there. And as I'm doing this process, this is when I realize I put too much space in between those two right there. But once I have these in, it's really not a super big deal. It's not too noticeable. I mean, it's noticeable, like if you're looking for it, obviously, but I don't think it stands out too much. It's totally fine. I kind of hate cutting these headers in half because I feel like it's kind of hard to tell where you're cutting because they're clear and then there's glare. So it's a little tricky. I can never get them super even. I actually feel like I did a better job this time than usual, which is interesting because I don't feel like I could see them any better this time. But I would prefer if I had a bunch of ones that were like already pre-cut, but whatever, I do not. I'm using what I got. I try to put the thicker ones closer to the bottom because I feel like it looks better if there's like if I end up with really thin ones, it looks better if those are near the top instead of like having thin ones on the bottom and thicker ones at the top. I mean, it doesn't always work out that way, but I try to, if I can, put the thicker ones at the bottom. So now that I have all those done, I'm going to use up the rest of those header overlays. And first I'm going to start by putting them over any spacers that I put in. So like the extra glitter headers and these little things that say like don't forget and stuff like that, that I was just trying to use up. Even this little flag there. Did I miss one on the other side, or do I eventually get it? No, I missed it. I had one more spacer that I didn't end up putting a header overlay on. It's fine. It doesn't really matter, but I didn't realize I missed one. And that is it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.